Is it a 6 or a 9? Is it a 6 or a 9? That's the question.
Ooh, well, based on the size, I'm definitely going to say it's a 9. That'd be a pretty hefty box for the 6.
Have you seen those unboxing videos they do?
I have.
I say they, you know, the internet vloggers. Yeah.
Vloggers, they love an unboxing.
Do you want to do your own?
I will. We need some music, like, ah. Here you go, unboxing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
see, that is how exciting those unboxings
the
are.
Nexus 9. And in the box, some plugs.
Yeah, we don't need that, it's fine.
So, the Nexus 9. This is probably the Android tablet to have at the moment, or that's what it's tipped to be. There's a lot of Android tablets out there, so is this the one that you want to buy?
That's the question. Obviously, it's stacking up against the iPad Air 2. You can see our video where we chat about that.
Oh, yes.
There's obviously the Samsung Tab
S.
Yep,
that's a
that
gorgeous
sort of stuff.
device.
But we're quickly going to rattle through what we think from our impressions. We've been using it for a couple of weeks now. And yeah, I mean, first of all, just looking at it, what's your first impression? You're looking at this, is it as sexy as you'd like it to be?
No, it's not as sexy as, say, the Samsung Tab S or the iPad, so it doesn't have that kind of immediate wow factor. But the reason for that is they can keep the price down, I think, so that's, yeah.
See, like this. Keep the price down.
I've got nails, you can hear that.
It's a little bit tacky.
It's a bit plasticky, yeah.
It's a bit plasticky, and I had it on the tube this morning. I had a newspaper, one of those free papers in my hand, and already it's just got like sort of like dirtiness all over there, smudges and stuff. So
how long were you holding the paper?
I was really perspiring on that tube, just like waiting. Oh, I can't wait to get to work. But no, it's basically the first impression I had is not too great, and it comes from HTC, who they make some pretty sexy stuff.
They make some good phones, but in the past, not a good tablet. So it's a bit of an interesting move that Android went with HTC.
But still, I was thinking, you know, like the brushed steel that you get on like the HTC One M8 or Mate, whatever it's called.
Jewel-worthy design, yeah.
Overall, I mean, it's quite thin. It's quite thin.
Yeah.
And it is quite light. I can hold it just about in one hand. And
yeah, it's good for one-handed use, but also good for double-handed use. Well, I like the bezels as well. So remember the original Nexus 7, so the frame that sits around the screen was really chunky and quite ugly. So they've made it quite attractive this time. The frame's not too big, so you can hold it comfortably with 2 hands or with 1.
What? We say double-handed use. What are you doing with it?
Typing.
Right, okay.
Or gaming.
Yeah. Gaming,
you know?
yeah. So that brings us on to another thing. It's just the sort of feel of it as well. So it feels a little bit tacky and stuff, but like...
It feels nice and solid, though.
Oh, wait a sec, because the feel is kind of the look, isn't it? It's the same sort of thing, really.
Because sometimes looks can be deceiving. Something can look amazing, but feel absolutely awful.
I'm trying to find out how
That's not the case with this.
I keep forgetting how to turn on, but that's the thing. It's got very, very like stealthy buttons down the side, isn't it? So look, there we go.
I like the buttons. Some people say they're a bit kind of rockety and fiddly, but I think they're quite solid. Obviously, all down to personal preference, of course. So that's
that's right.
What about the display?
The display. See, people talk about like resolution. You're obviously not going to really get an idea of it, but I think it doesn't really matter. I mean, it looks crisp.
Unless it's really bad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's one of those things where maybe if you compare it to older ones, you're going to notice a difference. But I mean, it's absolutely fine. It looks crispy enough. I watch like Netflix on it, stuff like that. And on a screen this size, it's not like it's going to be popping out and really, really wowing you. But it's absolutely fine. I mean, for the price point as well.
Well, it's got the same screen res as the iPad 2 Air, so it's decent.
That's
but
weird.
The iPad's chucked in more screen technology, so it does have a better screen.
Right,
in terms of pixels, it's got the same, or the resolution is the same. So it's a decent screen if you're gaming, watching a film, emailing, browsing the web, whatever. Everything's going to look sharp, bright, colours are punchy, although not as punchy and in your face as Samsung. So if you really like bright, garish colours, you're not going to get that with this, but everything still looks good. And the viewing angles are great, so if maybe we're sharing a movie, you can both look at the screen without kind of the picture fading off to the end.
Sharing a movie. Just like
sharing a movie, just like
this.
this.
It works so well, doesn't it?
It does.
Come on! But yeah, no, overall, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's got Android Lollipop.
And I was trying to say about the price point, but you're just so excited about the look of it.
That's at the end, no?
But no, yeah, basically, it's quite cheap. It's quite cheap for what it is. And it's like, if you're looking at the top-end iPad Air, it's literally a few £100 cheaper. And in terms of usability or the rest of it, you're not going to notice much difference. Like, if you're into the Apple infrastructure, you've got all your apps and that sort of stuff, maybe stick with Apple. But otherwise, I'd say this could be something that could convert people to move over to it. It's quick. I had like literally about 20 apps open at once, like flicking all through them, all working fine.
And you were able to multitask quite quickly?
Move back over in it.
Too close.
Yeah, and I didn't notice stutter or anything like that. So yeah, it's good.
It's quite a pretty powerful processor, and I think for a lot of gamers as well, the graphics are really good as well. That's something to put out there, I think.
Exactly. If you want to know all about the specs for this and find out what they really mean to you, then check out our next video. But for now, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.